Good morning or afternoon, whichever it may be, and here to explain your warm up. Looks like on this first one, we already have a square root isolated on the left hand side of the equation, so we can square both sides. Squaring the left side just removes the radical, and on the right side, it makes 8 into 64. And next we would subtract 10 from both sides, and that leaves just 3x on the left and 54 on the right. And then dividing by 3 on both sides, x is going to be 18. That's number one. For number two, on that one we're going to have to add 10 first to both sides, and that will get the radical isolated. If we add 10 to negative 7, that's going to be negative 3. Now that looks bothersome because of the negative, but it's a cube root, and cube roots can turn out negative. So the reverse operation of cube root is to cube, which would be raising both sides to the third power. That means we will have just x on the left and negative 27 on the right, because negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 will turn out to be negative 27. All right, moving on to number 3. On that one, we have a square root, and we need to isolate that. So the first thing we will do is add 2/3 to both sides. That'll give us a positive 2/3 on the right hand side. And now, since we have the square root by itself, we're going to square both sides. And that will give us 2x on the left. On the right, we're just going to square 2 and make 4, and square 3 and make 9. So 2x equals 4/9. Now from there we want to divide by 2. Now dividing by 2 on a fraction, dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 1/2. So let's look at it this way. We're going to do 4/9 times 1/2 like that. And across the top we have 4 times 1 is 4. On the bottom we have 9 times 2 is 18. And if we look at the top and the bottom of that, we should see that 4 is an even number and 18 is an even number, so this is going to be 2/9. All right. Number 4. Looks like we need to we need to isolate this root. It's a 4th root, but we're still going to use the same strategy to isolate that first. So with this one, we should add 13, and if we add 13, we're going to get negative 2 on the right, and we're going to have the 4th root of 4x on the left. Now, this time, having a radical equal to a negative is bad, because there's no way that we can take a 4th root of anything and come out with a negative number. All right, so there's no solution to this. Okay, no solution, because there's no number that has a negative 4th root. So there's nothing we can put under here and take the 4th root of that will result in a negative number.